welcome. Let's see who comes on, because obviously there's a slight delay here. Let's just write hello, everyone. Let's show me there. Look, I'm Pete Cohen. I am Pete Cohen. Good evening, everybody. Let's see who jumps on here first of all. Hello, that's me. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Here come a few people. In fact, I can see who's coming in straight away. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Let's go into on here. So I can share this as well. Brilliant. Show me some hearts, guys, if you can hear me. We've got Samantha in the house. Hey, Samantha. We've got Louise, Summerscales. We've got Yvonne. We've got Claire. This evening is all about us revealing who is the member of the month for February. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us this evening. This is the first time we've ever done this like this. My guest is waiting in the wings. Thank you very much, everyone. Good evening, Sandra. Good evening, Carmen is in the house. If Carmen's in the house, we can begin. Look, all these people that have joined up, especially to come and see this special event this evening. We've got Joe Cook in the house. We've got Jane Garrard in the house. We've got Kate. We've got a whole load of people in the house. So I'm going to let a few more people come in before we get going. In fact, there's a couple of things that I would like to say before we get going. How is everyone doing this evening? Amy Mullen is here. I love it. Sarah Lay is in the house. Kath Harold is in the house. Who enjoyed my broadcast this morning? It was pretty awesome, right? Oh, wow. You wait till you see what we've got coming up. So I'm going to explain something to you that I haven't really said this very much, and I'm gonna say it in a minute. So who's ready? I think there's enough of you in here. There's already 30 people in here. If you're watching this on the replay, why weren't you here live? No, if you're watching this on the replay, it's all good. This is our member of the month, and you know, really, our business is we're in the business of helping people, and our success, the success of My 365, is what people do. It's not what I do. You know, me showing up and talking, that's great. It's what people do with it. That's what makes the difference. And I was with someone today, and she was asking me, you know, what's the difference between you now and you in the past? And it's simple. Through what happened with my wife a few years ago, it was a massive wake-up call. And I grew up believing two things. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And the other thing I was brought up to believe is there's an answer to everything. So I've always believed that. But after having found a solution, you know, some people might even call it a cure for someone who really wasn't given very long to live, I have found so many amazing ways for people like you to turn their life around and lead an unbelievable life. And that is what's happening to many of our My 365ers. Now, over the last 6-7 months, we've had some amazing members of the month. In fact, I don't know about you, but our last member of the month, in fact, there's so many. Yvonne Taylor, Mardi, Stefan, who was our member of the year. But Joe Tyler, I don't know how many of you, what an amazing, you know, member of the month. But our member of the month this month, for me, was just a no-brainer. You know, we sit down in our little group and we talk about, you know, we look at some videos and we talk about who's inspired you. And this lady has continuously inspired me for a few reasons. So obviously, you know, it's a lady. Does anyone want to guess who it is? Who would like to guess? Anyone want to guess? Mardi says that she can't wait. Stefan says, Sandra says, you're amazing, Pete. Thank you very much. It takes one. Someone says, no, I'm not going to say it's not that person. Joe is brilliant. You're all brilliant. So with this amazing technology, who wants a drum roll, right? Our member of the month. It's going to be like the X Factor. Join us after the break. Some of you have already, it looks like some of you have kind of already guessed. But our member of the month for February, ladies and gentlemen, please, can you give a massive, massive standing ovation, round of applause to Dezzie Willoughby! Good evening, Debbie. How are you?
Good. I'm fine, thank you.
Debbie, there. That's a good start. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great, thank you.
Well, look, first off, a lot of people were just kind of guessing it there, and I think what the first thing I would love is for some of you just to actually just say what you think of Dezzie, because I know a lot of you have been, you've been inspired by her. Me personally, I've been inspired by you, Dezzie, because you've been very, very open about this whole process. You've been very consistent, and I know that you've achieved, a lot, and it's amazing, absolutely amazing to be able to work with people like you. So congratulations. We've got a few comments coming in here now. Look, I know you can't see these comments, I don't think, but
I can actually.
Okay, great. That's even better. So I
can see them. Yeah. They're that's lovely. Thank you,
Casey. Look, we've got Marty on here. Look, you're brilliant, so consistent and transparent. Thank you so much. From Ali Hollett, she says, replies to everyone, always positive, and I will get you that business plan stuff. That's very kind of you. We've got Amy Martin. Dezzie is consistent each and every day. We love her. We've got, I just saw a nice one here. Look, you deserve this so much. You're such a big support to all of us. Look at all these people. Dolly, well done, Dezzie. Chris Leake, congratulations. Kate says, beautiful friend. Isn't this amazing?
Oh, it's really nice. Thank you.
Stefan, yay, way to go. Love it. Jim Morgan, well done, Dezzie. Wahoo! And I think this is one of the things which makes My365 so special, this amazing community of people all around the world who just want everyone else to do well. It's very unusual to find that. People who just genuinely want you to achieve. So, Dezzie, tell us a little bit, how you feeling? When I told you, maybe a week ago or so, how did you feel?
I was quite shocked, to be honest. I didn't expect you to tell me I was the member of the month, because there's so many other people that deserve it. So, for me, I'd just been showing up because, for me, it doesn't make sense. So I want to work on me. So showing up, it was just showing up on the group, really.
Fantastic. And tell us a little bit about what you've achieved. When did you start? When did you get involved? When was the first broadcast?
Well, it's really I was just looking at your live feeds every now and again when they were popping up, or and I was just watching the odd one.
Yeah. And
then it was the opportunity that someone gave me that told me about you and about the group. She told me about it, and she added me to the group, and and I just started watching and reading posts from there.
And what did you think right in the beginning? Because a lot of people, we've heard a lot of people say, "Oh, well, I was a bit skeptical." I was like, "What are you doing? What is this?" What did you think when you started to engage?
To be honest, I didn't know. I didn't ever think. I thought I wasn't skeptical, but I didn't know much about self-development. I just thought, well, let me just see what this is all about, and just read people's posts and then just take it from there. Really, I wasn't expecting anything. I just joined and just to see where it's going to take me, really. So
you didn't really know much about, again, this is quite a familiar story, that you didn't really know much about. What did you think self-development was?
Bit of counselling, some counselling maybe, which I've already had in the past. So that kind of a bit of that, really. I didn't know what else to expect, really.
Well, I think one of the things I've seen you do is really just get involved. And, when I've asked you to do something, you've really done it. You've given it your all. Am I right in assuming that?
Yes. In the beginning, no. I was quite a bit of a lurker in the beginning.
Yeah.
I lurked for about 3 or 4 weeks, maybe, just watching posts, see what people were writing and engaging that way. And I would say the first 2 or 3 weeks, I wouldn't really post a video because videos were really out of my comfort zone. I would not do them.
Yeah.
When you started really pressing home, show up, do a video, you're going to really benefit from this. I started thinking, I'm going to do this because I need to change. Because if I ain't going to push myself forward, I ain't going to do it.
Yeah.
I ain't going to develop.
Yeah. And can you tell me kind of how you were kind of feeling before you started getting involved in all of this? Where were you in your life at that point?
I was quite, my self-esteem was very low. I had no confidence. My mindset was all over the place.
Yeah.
I didn't know where I was going. I was just pretty low, actually. Yeah, I had a lot of things that were just, there was so many obstacles that I just couldn't overcome. And depression, anxiety, all the usual things people do, you know.
It's fascinating because I think one of the things that you and many of the other My365ers have begun to realize that, you know, let's just say on a scale of -10, +10, and you're looking at kind of well-being, mental well-being, physical well-being, a lot of people are like, I don't know, terrible. They're a terrible place, -9, -8. And there are many things that people can do, interventions, drugs, that can take people to a -3. But people who are at a 0 or a 1 or a 2 and a 3, and helping those people go to +4, +5, +6, +7, and lead an extraordinary life, that's what My365 is all about. And you are someone who has really, really embraced this. So is Philip Capper, who's also one of our members of the month, and Trish Lay just said you're an amazing supportive to everyone. Tell us about, you're definitely one of the most supportive people, but I loved what you said before, you know, I loved what you said about the fact that you realize, well, I've got to do this for myself, you know, which is really, because it, you know, it is all about you. It's all about every single one of us individually. But tell us, what are some of the things that you've actually achieved?
Oh, quite a lot. I think my biggest thing that I've achieved is my mindset. Complete turnaround, the way I see things, my perspective. You know, it's not a negative mindset anymore. It's positive. You know, don't get me wrong, the duck still comes in now and again, you know, but I've got tools to help me do that. And that's the beauty of it, you know? Yeah. So my mindset, my mental strength is really, really strong. You know, I think I can tackle most obstacles, I would say now. You know, I know that if something comes in my way, distraction or something, I know that I've got something there to kind of, you know, I know what to do, you know. You know, just the daily, everyday life. My life isn't this amazing life before. Although it's changed now, it's still the same life, but I've created a different days for myself. So it's it's a happier day. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, listen, 100%. And I don't know how many of you it makes sense for as well, but I mean, I can see there's like 50 people here right now. And I know most of you have just shown up, not just because you wanted to find out, but you want to share in her success. And I'm telling you, that is really important, to share in someone else's success and to celebrate what she has done, because if you celebrate it, it'll come back to you. It'll come back to you. So what about physically? What about physically? Are you stronger? What about, I think you've lost some weight as well. Is that right?
Yeah, yes, I have. That's a new goal from this year. I mean, I've lost 6 pounds and 6.5 inches all over. So that's an ongoing target. My target's 2 stone, and it's ongoing. I've been consistent with that since New Year's Day. I've stuck with my rituals. I've exercised every day. I've been prepping my meals. I've been drinking my water, you know, journaling every day. And, you know, and those things have really helped me to stick to my goal. Yeah. And they really have. And, so that's ongoing, but I'm going to achieve that. I know that.
I know you will. I know, you know, there's no question about that. And tell us, what do you make of the support of other people?
Wow, the support is just incredible. What can I say? Awesome. They're all amazing. The support, I've never seen anything like it, really. The support on here. It's just on another level, you know.
I must admit, I mean, I'm looking away because I'm bringing up some of these comments, and like for example, Dolly saying you inspired me with my 3 liters of water every day. I know Gillian Robbie is a big fan of yours.
Yes, I love Robbie. Yes. I love Gillian. Yeah,
and they all love you. So, the support is awesome. And what would you say? My 365 is really about in terms of the way you look at it?
The way I look at it, it's about you. It's about yourself, what you discover about you, because that's what I've done. I've discovered who I am. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
In 6 months, I didn't think I'll be where I am now. I've got to be honest with you. I thought I would always be. My mindset has been like, and previously it was like that for 50 odd years, and I didn't ever think it would ever change. I thought I'm stuck with this mindset. I'm not going to change. But yeah, it starts with you. So, you've got to look at yourself and just do it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you can imagine I know there's a few people that are actually crying based on some of the things that you've said. And for me, it's very hard. What's the word? It's some things that sometimes it's hard to put things into words. But what I will tell you is my dream has always been to help people who often don't know what self-help is.
Yeah.
People who, like you, who thought, well, mate, I'm just set in my ways and there's nothing I can do. Really what you've achieved is so life-affirming to me. It adds fuel to my fire to help more people. And I know that does to so many other people. I think what would be good, does anyone have any questions that they would actually like to ask Dezzie? Now we've got her here. And Dezzie, can you show us, please, what we sent you? And if you could just show us so everyone can see it. This is what we've been sending our members of the month. Just hold it. That's it. Just a member of the month. It's how would you do? It's like a tile, right? How would you describe that? Slate.
It's a slate. Yeah, it's a slate. But yeah, I was surprised to get it. I didn't even know I was going to get one. But that I'll treasure this. This is something that I will treasure. Yeah.
Well, the reason we chose that is because it's a rock, and it's something solid, and that's what you've done. You've created something solid. So Leslie Layton is asking, what are your rituals?
Well, my rituals. Well, my rituals. I get up at 6 every day. Sometimes 5:30. It depends on my son waking up. Drink my glass of water. I journal before broadcasts. Watch broadcasts. Then I exercise. Then I'll prep my food for the day. That's my other ritual, because that's one of my rituals that I have to do. And they're the main ones that I have to do. Anyway, for now, I will introduce others, but they've become my daily habits now.
And what's next for you? What is next?
What's next? Well, I'm working on one of my biggest goals, which is to have my home-based business, making cookies and cakes. That's my other passion, is baking. So I'm going to look into that. That's something I need to step up and do. So that's what I'm working on.
Now you've said that to everyone.
I know, I'm accountable, right?
So we've got a few more questions here, and thank you so much for all your comments here. Jim Morgan, I'm going to get Jim, who's a phenomenal guy who actually lives locally here. He's got a question, but also I saw someone else ask you a question, which is, what's the biggest obstacle that you've overcome so far?
My biggest obstacle has to be my negativity. Yeah. That because I was always negative, always in victim mode all the time. Yeah. So that would be my biggest obstacle that I've overcome, I think.
You know, I think you said something before about that, which again, I don't know whether this was a revelation to you, that we're never ever going to stop negative thoughts. Never.
No, that's
stop.
right.
It's what we do with them, right? And
Yeah.
you've learned to do something different with them.
Yeah, turn it around to a positive as well. So yeah.
I've lost that question now. Actually, no, I don't think I can go back and find it. Hang on, that's the good thing about this software. This software is really cool, everyone.
Brilliant.
Well, yeah, this is Jim Morgan's question. He says, "What was the moment when you really knew you were changing your life?"
Wow.
Was there?
There's a few moments. I think my life started changing in about a month. Within a month of doing, journaling and watching and applying. So I would say a month, and it's also impacted on my home life as well. My husband, he's seen the big changes in me as well, and he's really proud of me, and he keeps on saying that to me.
Well, you make sure you tell him from me.
Yeah.
Everybody else, thank you, because there's nothing better than when people support people when they're doing something that is important, and I'm very, very thankful to him for that. And
he's very supportive. He's never stopped me from, he actually embraced what I did, what I'm doing, and he's very happy.
What does he think of the award?
He loves it. He's really proud of me. Yeah, he said, he just couldn't believe that.
Hopefully, he can come to the summit as well. Maybe we can convince him to come. You never know.
Right. You never know. I talked to him about that.
I mean, I tell you what. We just know we have this feeling, such a strong feeling about the summit because, not just because Dr. Bob and Dr. Rakowski, and not just because of me.
Yeah. You
lot in a room. You got to be kidding. Can you imagine the power?
Oh, wow, yes.
People coming together who all want to help each other.
Looking forward to it.
I wish it was tomorrow. So tell me, do you also listen to the podcasts?
I do. I'll be honest with you. I do listen to them when I can. I mean, I save them on my phone and I do listen to them when I can. But most of them I do.
And what's been your favourite one?
So far, it's got to be the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. I love that because that's worked. It really does work. It really does. I use that tool every day as well, and it really does. Yeah. It's
very powerful.
Yeah.
So, Dolly's massive personal thank you, Dezzie. You are always a great support.
Oh.
Yvonne Taylor says, my husband and I are really looking to the summit. We are really looking forward to it, I think maybe you mean. But yes, it's going to be awesome. So I thank you so much, everyone who turned up.
Thank you to everyone. Thank you. All your lovely support comments.
It's freaking awesome. It
is
one of the best things I've ever been a part of in my life, and having done this work for a long time. And this is a big week for all of you that are watching this, that are our elite members. Please remember what I said. What day is it today? Is it Monday? My God.
Yes.
Days. It seems like, I don't know. This morning seems like a lifetime ago. But then when you do get up at 4 a.m, but all of our elite members, it is really important. We will be launching this new content on Wednesday, the whole masterclass of confidence. Next month, it's all about wellness. The stuff we are putting together is unbelievable. But I really ask all of you to engage in it as best as you can. And if I saw you like today and I saw you in 1 month, I want you to think about what would I be looking at in terms of how much more confident would you be? So listen, what would you say to anyone about My 365, Dezzie, in terms of why you think they should consider doing it?
Well, consider doing it. Just do it. Just do it because it's worth it. What else can I say?
I just would add one more thing to that. I'd just say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do it.
Do it. Yeah.
Figure it out afterwards.
Yeah.
So once again, guys, thank you so much, all of you, for showing up. You are
Thank
such a special group of people. And Dezzie, just hold up that plaque once more so we can just see it, because we all want one. But there's so many more of you also who are incredible people
Yes.
who all deserve huge recognition for what you're doing, you know? So, yes, enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm going to write my journal.
Guys.
It's bedtime. See you in the morning, 7 o'clock. Much love to all. And once again, massive congratulations to Dezzie, our Member of the Month for February. Who's going to be Member of the Month next? Who knows? But Dezzie, please enjoy everything because you're awesome.
Will. Thank you.
We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We're still here. We're still here. Now we're ending.